So a few weeks ago I came out and I did a test at this location with the DJI Mini 4 Pro, and I showed you that there was a bit of an issue with the rocket quickshot, and that's what I'm here today to try again. So since that video I've had lots and lots of comments and recommendations on what we should do, and I'm just going to get a couple of these comments up for you now just to read out to you. So a couple of them pretty much the same really. I believe the screen will display different green boxes and icons depending on what been selected to track. If you notice when you tested at home, the green tracking box with a dot with a GPS map icon in the center, but in the field the box is solid and without the map marker icon. Well, I did mention that in the video on the last video that I did. A fixed point may behave differently than a movable object which requires tracking. So when we're doing these drones and rockets and quick shots and you select your subject, it is actually looking for me in this particular quick shot, which is the rocket. Now, a good friend of the channel, Kevin, he put a video out a couple of days ago. It's quite ironic really, because I was doing this video when his video popped up. So if you've seen that video, you might have an idea of what is actually going to happen or what's not going to happen, because I haven't actually tested it as yet. So that was one of the comments. But an interesting one was this one. Hi Nobby, I was discussing this issue with the DJI forum with a fellow, Red Dot, and he replied to me with this. I'm a quote. I figured it out. You must not select a person as your subject in the tracking during a rocket shot. Just select the box or the ground and make it as your subject. The gimbal will never go up and tilt once it's descending. So that's quite interesting, and I am going to do that test. But the first test that I'm going to do is, a lot of you were saying that he couldn't see me, he couldn't contrast me against the different background, hence the high-vis jacket that I'm wearing today. So without further ado, let's get out of the car, let's get into the same position that I was at before. We'll try the first rocket with me wearing the high-vis and see if that makes any difference, and then we'll do the second test, which is selecting the ground as a subject and not myself. Okay, let's get on with it, let's get it done, and we'll see what happens. So it is actually quite noisy with the road traffic, and we've got the motorway just there, but I'm going to put it into voice cancellation so we can actually see what's going off and you can actually hear what's happening as well. Okay, so the first test that I'm going to do, the rocket. Okay, 80 feet. I think that's what it was set at last time we did the test. So we're just going to hit the start button and see if it stays on focus on me with having this high-vis jacket on. I'll stand still, make sure that things are as it should be. So it's reached its movement limit. This is what happened before. Now it's returning. As you can see, that actually threw it straight up in the air. So that didn't make any difference whatsoever, having the high-vis jacket on. So what I'm going to do now is back off a little bit, bring the gimbal down. I'm going to draw a box on the ground just there, keep everything exactly the same, hit start, and let's see what happens now. So it's now got that GPS locator, as you can see there, just in front of me. It is a little bit windy today, but it's still got a lock on. Let's see what happens when it returns. Quick shot complete. and it didn't throw the gimbal up. Now the manual does say that the tracking will only work up to 15 meters. So you saw that was absolutely fantastic. Let's do another one. Well, it's actually got me this time. I don't want to do that. Let's draw a box just there again. Let me just back off a little bit. I'll just walk a little bit towards it. There we go. Okay, let's do one more test. It's got that locator pin straight away. And it seems to be doing a good job at the moment. What's it going to do when it returns? There we go. So, it seems that when you do your rocket shots, if you actually do it on a person, it doesn't actually work. Let me come back out of there. Back into video mode. So that seems to work absolutely fine. Okay, I'm going to land the drone and get back into the car. Not much point in doing one on the car because we know that that works fine. And then we'll summarise it. So there we go. Proof's in the pudding, as they say. As the old saying goes, should I say. And as you saw in the first test that I did, wearing the IVIS jacket made no difference whatsoever. Yeah, it picked me up, but it didn't differentiate between the background, and it didn't make an iota of a difference. It still reached its maximum tilt limit, as you saw. And then obviously on the way down straight away, it raised that gimbal straight up into the sky. So what can I say? In the following test, where we selected the ground as a subject and we got that locator pin, it went straight up. It didn't reach any of its gimbal maximum tilt lift. It went straight up, and then straight away on the way down, it kept focused on that geo pin, which was located on the ground, and it exercised it absolutely fantastic. So the question is there really a problem with the firmware? I can't really answer that. If that's the way we need to do it, then that's the way that the rocket shot needs to be done. You need to select a subject and not yourself. If you're doing a drone of yourself, then select the ground and you should be good to go. So it's cold out here. I'm going to go off home. I'm just recovering from the flu. Hope you've all had a nice Christmas, and wish you all a very happy new year once again. If you got something out of the video and you found it useful, as always, don't forget, give us the old thumbs up. And if you're new around here, why don't you consider subscribing, dinging the dong and all the rest of it that goes with it. I'm sure you know me by now. And you might like to watch those couple of videos I've chosen for you over there. And if you do, I shall see you over there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.